Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Facebook Finds. I've got a great episode for you guys today. Even though I'm known primarily as a Thomas Wooden Railway YouTuber, I do like to dabble in other forms of merchandise. You guys probably remember a couple of years ago, I got that really nice take-along lot from Facebook, and that collection has grown pretty significantly in the past year or so. And I've also got a really nice Thomas Home Media collection. I have every single US DVD, every single US Blu-ray, and about 95% of all the tapes. But the one collection that isn't as big as the other ones is my Trackmaster collection. I've been in the Trackmaster since I was a kid, but even back then I didn't have a lot of characters. But in the past few months, having pretty much finished up my Thomas Wooden Railway collection, pretty much finished my take-along collection, and nearly completed my Thomas Home Media collection, I've moved over to collecting Trackmaster, and I found this really nice lot from Facebook Marketplace with a ton of Trackmaster stuff. A lot of it that I don't have, so I've got three pretty big boxes here to show off. So let's start with the engines and the rolling stock. So, in the last video, I mentioned how that lot was very close to my house, about 10-15 minutes away. This was the complete opposite. This was about an hour away from my house, but it was a really great deal. I got everything here for $60. I mean, once you see everything laid out on the table, you're like, that's a great deal, and it really was. I'm really happy with the lot, and the couple that sold it was actually very, very nice. They were actually very interested in the fact that I had a YouTube channel. So if you out there are watching this and you sold me this lot, hi, and thank you again for selling this to me. So let's take a look here. Let's go with this one first. So this is a Mattel Talking James, I want to say. I'm not as familiar with Trackmaster as I am with Thomas Home Media and Thomas Wooden Railway, but I have been educating myself recently. But I believe this is a Talking James. It looks like his back coupling is a bit askewed, but that's not a big deal. Does he work? Oh, that's off, sorry. Doesn't look like he has batteries in, but that's no big deal. I think the couple said that all of the engines have batteries in them, but I guess James doesn't, but that's okay. Cool. I had a Talking Henry growing up, but that was the only one I had. I'm not a huge fan of the talking engines. I don't really like the gimmicky items where it's like the talking engines, and then with Wooden Railway, like the battery-operated engines, roll and whistle, light up reveal, like all this stuff. It's like, just give us more characters instead of variants of the same characters, you know? Or at the very least, give them a different face. But, I mean, this is fine. I'm not going to keep this. I don't really have any desire to keep it, but I'm sure somebody out there will like that. So, very nice. I might have to go in and fix the coupling a bit, but that's no worry at all. That is a Misty Island set riser, so I'll throw that in the other box. We've got, let's see, this is Bert. Cool. This is actually one I don't have. So that's cool, I finally have him. Not anything too special. I actually really like how Ari and Bert look. They kind of look like bumblebees a little bit, even though this isn't black, it's like an olivey green, but they're still cool. I like their liveries, and they've got nice faces. I think around this era is when both Ari and Bert started to have facial hair, which I'm not a huge fan of because it makes them look exactly identical and you can't really tell who's who, but that's okay. They're not like the most remarkable characters or anything, so I'm not particularly worried about that, but does he work? Nope. Let's see. Oh no, I gotta unscrew him. We'll do that later, but cool. Nice to have Bert. I don't remember if Ari is in here. If he's not, I'll have to seek him out. We got a Rusty here. Oh, looks like, I thought this was actually part of the model. Looks like part of his buffer beam is a bit chipped off. I'm gonna zoom in again. I gotta get a new camera, you guys. I hate the iPhone 15 Pro. I'm sorry. This is a fine model. I actually had two Rusties growing up. I had this Rusty, and I had the Mattel one. I think I like the Mattel one a bit better, but this one isn't bad. Like, there are hardly any differences. It's like, the text here is bolded, the 5 is bolded, and he's looking straight on instead of, like, off to his right. So, but it's still a fine model. This is from the Hit Toy Company. Interesting. A lot of these models are from the like early Mattel era, like 2010, 2011. So it's interesting to see a Hit Toys item in there. That might be from like 2009 or so. We've got Neville with some flatbeds. We'll take a look at those in a minute. But we got a Neville. Is this? This is Mattel. Really? Zoom in here. Sorry, guys. Really? I did not know Mattel made Neville. Interesting. Because I have... Oh, he does work. Oh, we can see he's got like a lot of hair caught up in his coupling rod there. I'll have to clean that off. I did not know Mattel made Neville. And this is... I have a Hit Toys Neville, and I'm looking off at him right now, and it's almost exactly the same. So, interesting there. I don't know. Is this rare? Because I don't really remember ever seeing Neville in stores back in the day, but apparently he was made. But that's cool. I can't really tell any differences. I mean, the face might be a little different, but oh well. That's still cool, though. Well, let's zoom out a little more. Put it right next to Rusty there. We just saw them. We got these flatbeds. These came with either Bash or Dash. I don't remember who. But I believe the logs are in here, so that's cool. These aren't particularly remarkable, so I'll put them right underneath the camera here. You got two blue trucks. I believe one of these came with Charlie. There's a Charlie 3-pack in here. And I believe one of these came with Charlie. I could be wrong, though, but I think I really like this one. This is a really nice shade of blue. That's nice. I'm not sure which one came with Charlie, though, but I'm pretty sure one of them did. We got a, like, 2010, 2011 Thomas. Works. Yeah, I'm just going to have to unscrew these and check for any corrosion, but I've got two of these. I might actually keep this one because the one, I had this exact Thomas as a kid, and I painted his running board white. I went through an artistic phase, like I think everybody in the fandom did at one point. I went through an artistic phase, and I painted his front running board white. It doesn't look great. Oh, the details are a bit askew there. Interesting. And then I have a second one, which is in perfect condition, but the cab windows are a bit corroded, so I might have to keep this one and sell one of the other ones, but yeah, really nice. I'll put you right there. You can see him. We got a duck. I'm actually on a real high for duck because I'm filming this the day after those crazy new motorized items were leaked. Or not, I guess leaked, but revealed at the toy fair. Oh my god, duck looks awesome. There's a new motorized duck coming out. I assume probably this summer. That thing looks incredible. Like, that puts this model to shame. This is a good toy, don't get me wrong, but man, that new motorized duck looks fucking unbelievable. Does not work. Oh, his traction tire is a bit chewed up there. Looks a bit weathered. This is Tommy. Interesting. Huh. I would have thought this would have been a Mattel duck, but it's not. Okay. Cool. I have a Mattel duck, so I don't really have any need for this, so it's going up on eBay. We got a Percy. Oh. That does not sound good. Definitely gonna have to try and fix him. Dang. I've always loved this Percy face. It looks so innocent and so jovial. I had this Percy growing up, and I always loved it. I think this is like a million. I don't think there's a Tommy Percy in here, but I think this face is a bajillion times better than that Tommy face. But yeah, this is a nice model. Well, it's not great. The new Percy that got leaked the other day, that looks really cool, but this one is fine in its own right. Cool. I believe there is another Percy in here that came with a Farmer McCall set. You can see that we still got a lot of stuff here. Here's one that's kind of jumping out at me. Dodge. Interesting. I don't know why they chose to do Dodge and not Splatter for Mattel, because this is Yeah, this is the Mattel Dodge. And if you're wondering how you can tell which item is Mattel and which isn't, you can see behind the pupils. Let me zoom in. Behind the pupils are painted white. You see on Duck here, they're not. They're the same color as his face. That means it's either Tomy or Hit Toys. But when Mattel came in 2010, they started to paint behind the eyes. There are some Hit Toys items where the eyes are painted, but the majority of items or characters did not have painted eyes, but all the Mattel ones do. So that's how you can tell which is Mattel and which isn't. Yeah, cool model. I don't know. When I see a Tomy or Trackmaster Dodge, I always think of that like olivey works unit coach that he came with splatter, but there's obviously no splatter from Mattel, so I don't know what this Dodge came with. I think he came with like an ice van or something, but I don't remember seeing that in the pictures or not, but I'll put him right there. Trackmaster 2 van. I mean, that thing is basically worthless. We got, oh, that's cool. Talking Salty, I believe. Doesn't work, but that's okay. Oh, that's not a great face. The pupils, I mean, we'll see some more items in the future that have pretty good faces, but their pupils are just way too big. I think if Salty's eyes were moved a bit further apart and his pupils were smaller, it'd be much more appealing, but for right now, it's not great. But the rest of the model is okay. And this is back when we got, like, such oddball choices for talking characters. Like, there was a Salty, there may have been, like, a Spencer or something, and we just saw, like, James, but it's kind of weird that we would get a Salty. We would never, ever see a talking Salty today, but that's kind of cool. I like the car he comes with. Yeah. Not terrible, but not great. You got the Rock Crusher car from Bill, Ben, and Fergus. The front coupling's broken. Okay. I have two of these. I had one as a kid, and I've gotten one in the past, like, 5 years. This is such an odd item. It wasn't, like on the Bill, Ben, and Fergus wiki page, this isn't even mentioned under the merchandise, so it's like everybody forgot about this, but it's such a unique item. And, like, no one ever remembers this, but it's such a cool toy. Love this one. I always use this as the breakdown train as a kid because I didn't have that, so that's funny. And then we got the salt van, but it's not actually a salt van. It's like a workman's car thing. Sorry, the door was really stiff. You can see there's, like, a helmet and some boxes and a pickaxe or something. Yeah. Ow! God, that hurt. Sorry. But yeah. I believe the, like, hopper car is in here somewhere, but we'll find that in due time. Let's see. Oh, this is an item that I really wanted. Okay, so I've always loved mail coaches. I have one that came with that Toad and Trucks pack. I got that as a kid, but all the doors are blown off, so now I have official mail cars. And these aren't just any old regular mail coaches. They're the See Inside ones. Mattel did this for a couple years, and I think that was a really cool idea. But I think they're not the best. There are some, like, cattle vans that they did See Inside versions of. Those things are sweet. Like, those look so accurate. And then they did, like, passenger coaches and the ice cream vans, and it was a really interesting time for Thomas merchandise, but this is still cool. Really like this. Definitely keeping these. I'm hoping the other one is in here somewhere. I'm actually gonna put that over here. Here is, speaking of ice cream cars, here is an ice cream car. I believe this also came with Charlie. I know, so that 3-pack with Charlie is based on Playtime, the episode. I haven't seen the episode in such a long time. Does Charlie actually, like, pull ice cream? Because the 3-pack comes with Charlie, this car, and one of those blue trucks, and it has, like, a carpet in it. Was Charlie delivering, like, carpet and ice cream somewhere? I don't remember. Someone more well-educated can let me know. We got a Diesel Works tanker and a blue van. I'm pretty sure this came with Thomas back in the day, but I don't think there's a Mattel Thomas or like a 2010 Thomas in here, so cool. And then this came with the Diesel 10 3-pack from Day of the Diesels. We'll see that in probably a couple minutes, but kind of cool, I guess. We've got a regular Diesel with the stupid nose paint chip. Ugh. But this is kind of a cool model. He's turned to on, so he's not going to work, but it's okay. Yeah, not the most remarkable item ever, but it's still kind of cool. We've got our second Percy in here. Does he work? Kind of. Oh my god. Oh, I just like hit him on the table to see if that would do anything, and now he doesn't work anymore. Whoops. Usually you just hit these on the table or like the floor and they'd start working, but I don't know. Maybe the battery's loose. I'll have to come in and fix that, but second Percy, cool. There we go. Here is a new character for me, Flynn. I only own one piece of Flynn merchandise, so it's kind of interesting to have another one. I always hated how he ran on the tracks with his road wheels. Why did they do that? That looks so dumb. But Flynn as a character is pretty dumb, so we don't really care. Yeah, pretty minimal model. Like, you could totally come in and paint these extra details. Like, it looks very barren. Like, this is really when Mattel started to get lazy. I mean, the models were still high quality, but they started to be detailed less, you know, but... Okay, I'll keep him, because I don't have him, but I would never go out of my way to get a Flynn, you know? Let's put him right there. Let's see. We've got two vans that came with Ferdinand and one of the logging locos. I believe these are actually based on the narrow gauge vans, which is kind of interesting. I think I've seen a couple people use these in like their narrow gauge remakes, but they're kind of cool. Definitely keep these. Put them underneath the camera because you guys probably don't really care about that. We've got a Trackmaster 2 Emily Tender, which is garbage to me. Sorry. We got two brake vans. I believe one of these this one came with Rheneas. This one came with Percy. Cool. I mean, those are pretty unremarkable items. We'll get to the really cool stuff in a minute. We've got a Trackmaster 2 James. It's not working at the moment. I'm not going to throw him because he might break. I'll just set him on the floor here because I don't care. We've got a Take Along Harold, I believe. Maybe Take and Play. I don't know, but totally going to sell this. Like, I have no desire to keep this. I already have one anyway, so... let's see. What else do we got in here? We got a Patrick. I might actually keep... Oh, this is cool. Wait, is this a... Oh, this is the Trackmaster one, I think. I thought this was the, like, take-along one, but it's the Trackmaster one. Is this... I think this may be a little rare, actually. But that's cool. He's got something in his little mixer to make noise for the kids. Nice. I'm going to actually keep this. I thought this was the take-along one. I don't even know if they made a take-along one, but that's cool. Definitely keep you. But you right there. We've got a Scruff. I had a Trackmaster 2 Scruff for... Oh, he's got his buffer beam is kind of broken up there. Whoops. I had a Trackmaster 2 Scruff for a long time. I think I got rid of it, though. Don't know. I was always so weirded out by his... Oh, sorry, I hit the camera. By his super long back coupling. Like, why did they do that? That looks so weird, but it's not a terrible model. There we go. Here's a funny story about Scruff. So, when I was like 6 or 7, I made a deal with my dad that if I could swim to the other end of a pool and back in like a certain amount of time, he would buy me Scruff, like the Scruff 3-pack, because I wanted more rolling stock, like just regular trucks. And I had the Trackmaster pamphlet as a kid from like 2011. And I had this Scruff, and it has 2 garbage cars. I'm like, I want Scruff because I want those cars. Looking back, I'm kind of glad I didn't do that. I don't even know if I accomplished that goal or not. But, interesting little anecdote. Got a couple trucks here. Oh, both without faces. Boo! Boo! Lame. Mattel started to do this in around like 2011 or so, and I was like, What the hell? I want trucks with faces. Oh, God. It just makes that... It just gives these trucks so much more personality when you give them faces. Here are 2 more trucks. I believe these both are the ones that came with Scruff. Cool. Don't really particularly care, though. Here is that hopper car that came with the Rock Crusher. Cool. Here is another new character for me. I can never tell who's who. Bash. This is actually like a new character because I don't own a single piece of Logging Loco merchandise. I have a Ferdinand, a Trackmaster Ferdinand, but oh, sorry, I hit the camera again. I've never had a piece of Bash or Dash merchandise, and that's sort of by choice, but also by happenstance. I've just never found one in like a lot or something, but this is the first time I'm seeing them, and I can say out of Trackmaster, Take and Play, and Wooden Railway, the Trackmaster models are easily the worst models of them. They look so long and so weird, but I just can't stand their renders in general. Like, what the hell is the point of this flywheel? It's supposed to be at the front. Why is it at the back? It serves no purpose. And they have no chassis underneath either. It's just weird. Whatever. But I'll keep him because I don't have him. But I would never go out of my way to get him. Here is a Trackmaster 2 Thomas. Okay, don't really care. This is a totally disposable toy. We got a... Oh, this is the thing that came with Charlie. A bunch of, like, rugs and carpets and stuff. That's cool. But then we got just a regular old red truck. No idea what this came with, but it says Mattel on the bottom, and it's got really dark wheels. Interesting. Sorry, I'm probably sounding super bored while I'm making this video, but most of this is just kind of unremarkable rolling stock. Oh, great. Here's another new character. Belle. I don't have a Wooden Railway Belle, but I have a Take and Play Belle, and I've had a Take and Play Belle since like 2011. Yeah, I love this model of Belle, particularly because of her like movable water cannons. That was always so cool to me as a kid. I was like, when I saw this, I'll talk about this when I get to Diesel 10, because I just saw him in there. But whenever I look at this model, I always think of Leo Kim video, because he did that review of all the 3-packs from Day of the Diesels, and he particularly highlighted how Belle had movable water cannons. I think that's really cool. But this is actually this isn't a terrible toy. I mean, I don't really like the coupling rods, like they're static and they look kind of weird, but I mean, she's kind of well detailed. She's got an okay face. Yeah, it's not awful. I mean, the dummy wheels are a bit strange, but it's definitely not the worst Belle toy out there. Totally fine. And I'll keep this. Don't care for Belle as a character, but the toy is okay. Let's see. So here, we just saw it. This is the car that came with Flynn. Again, it's so under-detailed. Well, it's like, the detailing is there, but there's no color to it. Like, it's just so unremarkable. It would be so much better if these were all, like, colored out with, like, silver or something. Yeah. Alright, and then we got... Oh, excuse me. We got this car. I believe this came with Belle, which is kind of cool. They were really focused on making really cool firefighting toys back then. Does this light up? Oh, I thought this thing at the back might have been a light and would light up when you touched it, but it doesn't. Yeah, okay. And then we got a red flatbed. Don't know what this came with. But you can see it's got like an outline for the Troublesome Truck face, so they probably just sliced the regular truck in half or something. Oh, good. Here's the other mail car. Phew! Awesome. So now we got 2 pretty nice mail cars. Here is Charlie. His sticker is kind of wearing off. Oh, so is this one, but it's alright. I've always found his face so odd because that looks nothing like his CGI model, but maybe there was a model face made for him, or maybe this is just based on concept art, but, oh well. Does he work? Nope. Okay. I already have a Charlie, so he's going up on the eBay. Got a Stepney in here. This is a Hit Toy one. I actually just got a Stepney from Wooden Fan 1 the other week. I'm after a Mattel one, though, because I didn't realize that Stepney was a Hit Toy one, and the Mattel one has the painted eyes that I was talking about earlier. This one doesn't, and it looks a little weird, but still cool. Yeah. I always saw Stepney in the stores as a kid, but I never got him. I don't know why, but this is still a really cool model. I like this one a lot. He has a ridiculously oversized cab, though. That's kind of funny. Put you down there. Let's see, we're winding down here. We got this car, so I'm pretty sure, we'll see this in a minute. I'm pretty sure that big Misty Island set, like deluxe set is here. It came with Bash and Dash with their 2 cars, Thomas with this thing, and then the 2 big Misty Island sets. And I believe this car was included, so we might have that. I'll have to take a look when I look at the destinations and stuff, but cool. I don't think I have one of these. I'm looking over. I have one, but it's like a darker blue. Okay. Cool. We've got, I thought this was an express coach for a minute, and I was going to get excited. We've got a talking Thomas. I don't know why I sounded British when I said that.
Hello.
Oh.
I'm Thomas.
He does work.
I'm Thomas. I'm the #1 blue engine.
Okay. Cool. I believe I did have a talking Thomas a couple years ago, but I sold it. I don't really have a use for it because, again, the talking engines are redundant to me, and someone else will probably enjoy this way more than me. But even as a kid, I never really liked the talking engines. I was like, I want to make up my own stories because I don't like when the toy was talking back to me. And I didn't like how the car was like permanently attached to the back of him because I was like, what if I wanted to make Thomas pull like the breakdown train or a tanker or something? No, he's stuck with this car, and I can't make anything an interesting train or anything, but whatever. Okay, model. Not anything too... Shut up. Thank you. I'm gonna have to get up and go around the camera. Excuse me. This is way more stuff than the last episode. My goodness. Oh, I saw, when I was breezing over this before the video, I saw these. So these are Take-Along, I believe. Yep, Take-Along Max and Monty. That's interesting. I think I mentioned this in my Take-Along unboxing video from a couple years ago. It's so weird how they have buffers. That's so weird. Do the other ones have magnets at the back? Hold on just one second. Holy crap. Okay, so I grabbed my my Take-Along Max. Look at that. He's got a magnet on the end. That is so weird. What? It says 2006 learning curve at the bottom. That is so weird. Huh. They must have like gotten rid of it or something after a while, but huh, that's odd. Interesting. I kind of prefer the non-magnet look. I was always so weirded out by the fact that like Learning Curve and Mattel would put magnets on their roadway characters because it's like, what are they gonna pull? Like Birdie and Bulgy, but I can imagine Max and Monty pulling something, but these are cool. That totally shocked me about the magnets. That was such an eye-opening moment for me. We've got Ferdinand. Oh boy, this character is just something else, man. He's weird. Oh my god. Look at all this like white stuff on him. I'll zoom in. It's like cocaine or something. Wow. Interesting. Yeah. I don't know why I got Ferdinand randomly as a kid, but I do have him, and I believe, yep, his tender is in here. Cool. Well, he can go to a better place now. I'm going to put him behind the boxes. He's not deserving of being in the foreground. We've got a Gordon here. I had a Gordon as a kid. That was actually one of the first Trackmaster models I got. but his like coupling here is so close to breaking in half or breaking apart that I have to be super careful with him. So I might actually keep this. My Gordon, when I was looking at the photos of the listing, I was like, why does the Gordon number 4 font look so much different than mine? Because mine is really thin, but this one is really fat. I think the thin one was only sold at Walmart, if I remember correctly. Which is odd, because I have no memory of going to Walmart to get Gordon, but that's weird. I don't know why they would do that, but yeah. Not a bad model at all. I actually really like his face. But I always loved playing with Gordon as a kid. Very cool. I think I actually got that Gordon like right when it came out, probably. Probably around like early 2010 or something. Maybe even 2009. I remember I brought, this is totally redundant, but I remember in 1st or 2nd grade, I brought Gordon and those 3 pieces of rolling stock, the Toad and Trucks pack. I brought all those for show and tell one day during 1st grade. A funny memory there. Here is the Trackmaster 2 James Tender. Totally disposable. You're gone. Oh, here's one that I actually really wanted. Rheneas. Now, I had a Rheneas growing up, but similar to how I went through an artistic phase as a kid, I went through an unscrewing phase. So I unscrewed everything I could, and I unscrewed Rheneas' face, and I lost like a nut or a bolt for it. So now it's like loose on the front. So now I have a proper one, which is cool. Does he work? No, but happy to have a good Rheneas now. This one, I've had this in my saved eBay searches for a long time. He goes for like $25. Why is he so expensive? It's not even that great of a model. Like, look at that fucking face, dude. That's awful. Oh, well. Let's see. We've got a cum and shit covered Emily. Sorry. That's what it looks like, though. This Emily is so light. I think I mentioned this. Oh, no, I didn't do an unboxing of a Trackmaster Emily, but she's super, super light because there's no motor in her, but she's just, like, essentially a rolling stock, but interesting. I believe this was from Splish Splash Splosh. What a title. And then is her tender in here? Yes, it is. Does it work? It does work. Nice. All right. Not too bad. Might keep that one because it's different than the regular Emily. Oh, speaking of that Emily, here's the truck that came with it. No face, of course. And then, oh my god, this truck looks like it's seen some shit. I've always loved this face. It looks so cool, but it doesn't really show up on camera, but in person, the contrast on his face is so dramatic, and it looks like it's such a weird coloring on the face there, but that's cool. I've always loved this truck, so I'm going to definitely keep this. Put him right there. We've got a milk tanker. I've got 2 of them, so what's one more? Cool. We've got a Scarloey. Very cool. Have one of these, so don't really need a second one. So you'll go up on the eBay. Here is Dash. All right, again, like Bash, totally unremarkable. I always got these guys confused as a kid, and I know like they inverted the colors to make it easier to tell who is who, but I still have no fucking clue who's who. If they just put nameplates on them, that would have made everything so much easier, but I guess not. And I noticed this when I was looking at the other one earlier. The like logging logo, like Misty Island logo, is not on the other side. That's because the door is there, but I mean they couldn't have put it like right like there or something. I don't know, that just kind of bothers me, but all right. Totally unremarkable character and toy. We've got, oh, this goes to a talking engine. But But there aren't any more talking engines in here, so who knows? This might, I don't know who this came with. It looks like Salty's. It's actually the same mold, but it's a different color, so maybe this came with like Percy or Toby or something? I don't know. Somebody tell me in the comments below, but don't need that. Got a Scruffy. Very cool. Don't know what this came with. Let's see. Tommy. So it probably came with Duck, but there's no Toad in here, so I don't know what this came with. Oh well. Maybe it came with Duck, maybe it didn't. Maybe there was a Duck and Scruffy 2-pack, but I could be wrong there. Here is a van. I think this came with Bert, if I'm not mistaken. Because I have one of these that came with Charlie, but it's a lot like brighter red. This one's almost like a rusty red, kind of verging on orange. So I believe this came with Bert, but I could be wrong there. Put these right there. Oh, this is cool. This is actually another item that I really wanted. A narrow gauge coach. Hit Toy Company. I believe this came with Rusty. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, when I was looking on the wiki, there was a 3-pack that had Rusty, this coach, and Scruffy. So this could be a 3-pack, or that 3-pack, but I mean, Scruffy says Tommy, so I don't know, but if that is, that's really cool, because I think this 3-pack is really rare, so that's cool, but if it only came with, if it was only Rusty and this coach, that's cool. I actually have one of these coaches, but I know Rusty typically came with 2, so it's cool that I have 2 now. I'm really glad that a company actually made narrow gauge coaches. Wooden Railway only made Ada, Jane, and Mabel. I don't think Ertl made any, and I don't believe Take Long did. So it's cool that Trackmaster and Tommy and Hit Toy Company did all of them. They did the red ones, the blue ones, and the green ones. So that's pretty cool for people who use them for remakes. We've got the spawn of Satan himself, the awful, ugly Diesel 10 who looks like he murdered somebody. Yeah, I said this earlier, but whenever I see this model, I always think of Leo Kim Video and how much he bashed this toy. Does he have a battery in him? I can feel and hear something, but maybe it's just not inserted correctly, but yeah, this is not a great toy. I had the regular Diesel 10 with the classic face as a kid, and I loved that. But then when this model came out, I was like, even as like a 7-year-old, I was like, why does his face look like that? It looks so weird. But all right, totally. It's a fine toy. I actually like the model itself, but the face is just not good. Put you back there by Ferdinand. Ooh, this was another real draw for this lot. This is a totally unremarkable thing to the naked eye or the just average person. But this is such a cool piece of rolling stock. I believe it's called a plant van. But you'd see these a lot in the nitrogen era. And I love how Mattel tried to make their rolling stock library so diverse in the early days. Oh no, this is Hit Toy Company. But Hit Toys and Mattel in their early days really wanted to make as many pieces of rolling stock as possible. So I'm really happy to finally have this because it's such a cool piece. I like that one a lot. I'm gonna put him or her, sorry, right there. Got a Spencer tender, but there's no Spencer, so okay. And then I'll just take this box off the screen because you just got rolling stock now. We've got a McColl's Farm car with a little door that comes down. Cool. Just chuck you there. We've got a flatbed. I believe this came with Flynn. I'm not mistaken. Cool. You can go down there. We've got a yellow car. I believe this came with Belle. We've got the 2 sets of logs that came with one of the logging locos on those flatbeds. Happy to see both of those. Got it. Drop the box, and I think something fell out. Oh god. Hold on, hold on. A couple things fell out. Sorry. So Top Hat's car fell out. But this is also the take-along one, I believe. Yep, I do have one of those. Cool. You've got just a random load of coal. Somebody probably knows what this goes to. I don't. And then we've got two more things. We've got this, which came with one of the logging locos, I think. And then I think this also came with that big set. If it did, cool. If it didn't, all right. So, man, we got, I'm going to just shove this all into frame. Excuse the loud noise if it does get loud. But we got a lot of stuff here. Oh, goodness. A lot of rolling stock, but that's what they really prioritized back in the day. A lot of rolling stock, but we got a lot of cool engines as well. I'm pretty happy with this lot so far, but don't go away because we're not done. We've got two more boxes. One is kind of cool. One is not as cool, but it's necessary. So let me clean this off the table and I'll be right back. Alright, so we got two more boxes to look at. One of which is full of mostly track, it looks like, but there are some cool destinations on the top. And then one of them is filled with like risers and accessories and stuff. So we'll breeze through these. Let's take a look at this box first. Oh man, we already got a lot of stuff you can see. I'll raise the camera just a little bit. So right off the bat, we've got two Collins for some reason. I actually don't own a single piece of Colin merchandise. I think he's such an odd character. He literally only appeared in one episode. But it's still kind of cool. That's kind of annoying, that noise, but this is a very well-detailed model. I love how on here and on his wooden railway model, he has the like wood planks detailing. That's really cool, but this is a really nice toy. I like Colin a lot, or this model. Moves up and down, really cool. I love like all the detailing on the side here. Like this is just a very nice looking toy. Oh, I thought this would like swing and like hook onto something, but I guess not. Cool. And we've got a second one. Woo! Very cool. So we've got this big building, which came with the big Misty Island set. I already have one of these, so it's cool to have a second one, I guess. I don't really need a second one, though. This bridge, I believe this is what the Talking Thomas came with, because I got one of these from a thrift store a couple years ago, and I think I still have it. I think I might have sold it. I don't remember, but it's kind of cool. Not a bad bridge at all, and here's the other part. Here is the building that came with the Percy at McColl's Farm set. I have one of these that I'm selling on eBay. It hasn't sold in fucking years, so I don't know if anybody really wants this, but now I actually have the Percy and the car that goes with it, so it actually gives people more of an incentive to actually buy it. So yeah, pretty cool. We got the zip line that came with the Misty Island set. This thing is a pain in the ass to store because it's so fucking long and you can't break it down, but I mean, the thing in the movie is so unrealistic and kind of stupid, but as a toy, this is fucking awesome. Like, this is a really... When you see it in action, and I might set up the set when I do the final shot, the way it moves is so cool. Like, this is a really cool toy, I gotta say. It looks like most of this is track. We got... I don't know what... There's another one. I don't know what these are for. They seem like they would kind of go to the, like, Steamworks set? I'm not sure, though. Oh, well. Interesting. But we got some Trackmaster 2 track. I actually don't own a single piece of Trackmaster 2 track, so it's interesting to finally get some. And I gotta say, I hate Trackmaster 2. Track isn't half bad. I kind of like it. Yeah, I don't like how they changed the gear system, but, I mean, visually, the track looks kind of cool. But, yeah, not too bad. I mean, it looks like we got a little bit of a set here, because we got some curves. I always hated how they changed the, like, radius of the curves as well, because this is the standard curve that you would see with the Tomy stuff and the Trackmaster stuff. Then they changed it to make it, like, stupid. And I don't like that. We got, yeah, these things. I'm not sure what set is included. I'll have to take a closer look when I set all this up. But we got more straight track. I'm always a huge champion of straight track. It looks like this is all mainly just track. Oh, we got instructions here. Let's see what we got. So we've got, oh, it's the Sodor Spiral Expansion Pack. Cool. Lovely. The couple did mention that they actually got instructions off the internet, so that's kind of cool. I'm not sure if there'll be instructions to the Misty Island set, but we'll find out. Oh! Speak of the devil. Oh, this is kind of ripped in half. Oh, but these aren't the Misty Island instructions. This is the... Oh, God, it's super ripped. I'm sorry, guys. You guys will probably know what this is more than I do. But it looks like it's known as the Cross, Switch, and Stack Track Pack. That's really cool. Looks like it came with a lot of switches and curves and pieces like that. Oh, that's a cool piece. I wonder if that's included. I'll have to take a look in a minute, but that's a pretty neat piece. I want to see before we... Oh, here we go. Here's the Misty Island instructions. I was going to say, I want to see if we have the instructions for this set before we leave. These are also kind of falling apart. Oh, it doesn't look like it's the big set. It looks like it's just the Zip, Zoom, and Logging Adventure, but it's still cool. Yeah, not a bad set at all. It's actually really cool. I have this exact same set, and I kind of like it, but yeah. You know what? I think I might actually set this up and show you guys how it operates. We'll see, though. I think that's everything of note in here. Let me just take one look. I don't think there would be any, like, trains or anything in here, so that's all for that. I'll push this aside briefly, and I'll bring in the last box. It's, again, not very remarkable, but I think you guys would be interested in seeing it and would probably yell at me for not showing this off. Let me just chuck all this track back in. And here is all the other stuff. Most of this is for the Misty Island set. But here's like this like log tunnel thing. Got a big riser. This is pretty cool. I don't think this came with this set, but it's a water tower. It's a very big one. Oh, it's from Hit Toy Company. Oh, interesting. I wonder what this came with. I don't know. Oh, that's cool. When you push this down, the water goes down. Nice. I wonder if there are any loads for trucks in here. Let me just take this outside for a moment. Sorry, guys. Let me see. I thought I saw one. Oh, here's one. This is a bread load. This might go to that Charlie pack, but I'm going to set that aside in case I can't find it again. Here's another one. Another bread car thing. I swear this must have come with Charlie or something else that I can't remember. But that's the ice cream car, so why wouldn't it come with ice cream? Yeah, I don't think it's really worth it looking for this while the camera's rolling. I'll take a look at everything. Oh, here's something. What's this? Oh, this probably came with Scruff, now that I think about it. Cool. Okay, well, there's a lot of, like, risers and stuff in here. It's not really worth me looking at while the camera's rolling, so I'll cut the camera. I'll do the final closing shot. I'll put all the trains on the table here. I'll set up the set or on the side of the table here, and we'll take a look at everything we got. But we got a lot of stuff to sift through here, so I'll be right back with everything nice and set up. All right, everyone, I've got everything set up, and man, oh man, can I just say, I am impressed. Now, I thought we had it good with the engines, but we've got a lot more stuff to look at here. So I've got all of the 2-packs and I guess single tender engines lined up here. I'm not sure if Stepney or Dodge came with any of that rolling stock. If they did, someone in the comments, please let me know. Same with Scarlowi as well. But we got a good assortment of characters here. I got the Trackmaster 2 engines down here. And then, of course, we've got Patrick. In the back, we've got all of the 3-packs, which cover a lot of ground, actually. It starts in 2010 and it ends with 2011. You got a majority of the big 3-packs from that era. We've got the 2 male coaches. Oh, also we got the Quarry cars. We got some random pieces of rolling stock. We've got 2 tenders that don't have engines, unfortunately. And then we've got the take-along items. So overall, I mean, I thought we had it good with the engines, but man, oh man, let's take a look at everything else we got. We have a lot of track and stuff. So over here, we have the Percy at McColl's Farm set. I don't think it's the actual name, but I don't care. In the back there, we've got the, what is this called again? The Sodor Spiral Expansion Pack, which, can I just say for the record, this was really hard to set up. Like, just getting all of the risers exactly right was so difficult. I think I might have gotten it wrong, but it's set up so weird. And I know we eventually moved into color instructions, but having black and white instructions was really difficult for me. We've got 2 Collins sets. We've got this set, which actually I should probably put this Thomas on, because he belongs there. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I thought one of these cars went to the Collins set. I'm pretty sure it did. I know there are going to be 2 Thomases that came with this, but those were not included. We have an unfortunately incomplete Misty Island set. We're missing like 2 or 3 pretty big pieces, but that's not a terribly big deal in my opinion because I already have the set, so it's not too bad. And then, holy crap, we've got a ton of track. Like, look at all these big straight pieces. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 3, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 long straight pieces. That isn't even including any of the ones in the sets here. We've got like over 30 big straight pieces of track. We've got a ton of little pieces. We got some of these cool switches, a bunch of really small pieces, some of these. We've got a couple risers. I believe this water tower just came by itself. It wasn't included in a set or anything. A ton of curves. Over here, we've got, I believe this is the Bridge expansion pack, I want to say. I could be wrong there. And then we have the cross switch and stack pack, which is unfortunately missing one of these risers, but that's not a huge deal in my opinion. And luckily it had this piece of track, which I think is actually pretty cool. So, I mean, for 60 bucks, I think we got a pretty good deal here. Thank you again if the sellers are watching this, thank you again for selling all this to me. I really appreciate it. Not going to keep all of this. Like, I've got a ton of track already, and this is just so much more. So I think most of the track is going to go. That thing for sure is going. This will probably go. I'll keep one of the Collins because I think he's cool. That's going. That's going. I might keep a couple pieces of track. I don't know. I'll have to decide on that. I'm probably going to keep most of the engines. Let's see. I think I'll keep the 3-packs. Probably get rid of Ferdinand and Charlie, though. But yeah, I mean, this will all be up on my eBay store hopefully soon. I am going to be, I think I am, this is coming out on Saturday, I believe. So I'm going to be gone for a week. I'm going to be in Florida for spring break, so I'm not going to be around my eBay store as often as I would be. So if you do want to buy something, you're going to have to expect a delay. But I assume most of the things here will probably show up eventually. Not sure though. But overall, I'm really happy with everything here. I'm really glad that I was able to get this. I mean, It was an hour away. It was a pretty long drive, but I think it's pretty worth it. And $60, like this, all this track alone is worth $60, you know? So thank you guys again for watching. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. I want to keep this somewhat of a regular series, but I don't always get big lots from Facebook. Most of the time, it's just like smaller things. Like I just got that Yumpsters 2-pack, but I could get, you know, more multi-packs or big lots or something, and I'll do videos on those. But who knows? We'll just have to see how things play out. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye. All right, I want to take a minute to complain about Trackmaster 2. So I'm packing everything up, and I'm over here getting ready to put this in the box, and I'm playing around with it, and this is just so dumb. I don't know if I did something wrong, but it doesn't work well. So I've got the Trackmaster 2 Thomas that was included with this. I got batteries in him, so I'm going to test him out. I've done this a couple times, and he always derails. So he goes up here, which is actually pretty cool that he can actually make this type of a jump, or a climb. And then he derails here, and he comes... Oh, he actually landed. That doesn't happen, but he always comes off here. I don't know if this is something that I did wrong, but, like, he's not making it down here like he's supposed to. Okay, well, that's kind of better, but he's still not on the tracks. That's the furthest he's made it so far, but usually what happens is he gets derailed, like, right here. He comes off like this, hits this, and falls off. I'm going to try it one more time. But, I mean, Trackmaster 2, I remember having some problems in the early days, but this is just, like, not quality. Okay. Oh, he came off again. Okay, well, he made it down there. But still, like, he's not making it the full way down. I'm going to try it one more time. I've never been a Trackmaster 2 fan. It looks bad, and I don't get why they were so inclined to make this the most action-packed Thomas toy line of all time when it was just meant to be a simple train set, you know? So it did better than it did earlier when I was testing this out. It would come off like here, but it's actually making it all the way down here, but it's still coming off. And I mentioned this earlier in the video, like, the way the track is supposed to, like, clip in is so odd. Like, this is, like, not flat on the carpet here, like, it's coming up. It's such a disaster. Like, this is why I hate Trackmaster 2.